Gonna practice some jumping for now. The latest GMBN video with Blake inspired me to try to get my tables flatter. So I'm gonna try little tweaks here and there. Saying you gotta roll the... I already knew about the twisting the grip and rolling the shoulders down part. So I'm gonna try to enforce it. Brought out the hardtail as usual. I almost never filmed the whole bike on camera. So here it is, waiting for the people to show up to ride the rest of the trails with it. I also have to adjust my camera angle. It was pointed way too down. It was on the bike park, and on the trails, since the trails aren't steep, it literally looks like I'm just filming the ground. So let's hope this is a good enough angle where I can see the bike and the trail. First angle was pretty decent. Couldn't see the bike, but you could see the vantage point. Let's try the second. Tilt it down just enough. Case. Let's see, how does that look? There we go, clear that one. At the beginning of Red Trail, I'm not going to set a PR, at least not intentionally. I'm just going to ride down. If I happen to set a PR, I'm going to set a PR. I don't have to wait for anybody right now. Red Trail is the trail that still demands respect after riding all this park, especially when I ride it fast. So I'm not going to push the envelope, somewhere comfortable. And yeah, Red Trail, one of my favorites, but still gets me nervous before I drop in. Because I'm not as familiar with it as I'd like. Here's the first roller. Here's the second roller. Here's the catch berm. This place is unrideable in the fall. This is the part you gotta skip and hop, and this is where you gotta freaking sprint back up. This is where you can lose a lot of time. The e-bikes here are blowing through this section at full speed. Damn, so slippery. This is why I'm always tempted to go with the recons, but I need that braking traction. Jesus. On the brakes the whole time. Still going that fast. Here's the tricky part. I'm not gonna fall like last time. Did I do it? Did I do it? Definitely under 3 minutes that run. I had to go extra far so that hopefully Strava will pick up the next section. Whew. That was tiring. Legs are shot. That was a pretty flawless run for me. Little mistakes here and there, but pretty happy with it. This is the clip of what some of the downhill sections look like, climbing up to the top. The view that you see from the bike flattens this out completely. So this gives you an idea of the terrain on the rock gardens here. Been down this probably 50 or more times, and I've never actually walked it before, so let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a definitive smooth line that you can take here. I see some alternate lines that people take too, but it's a longer way, like this rock roll into this rock roll, and that is that faster? No, that's a more direct line. But that's the fun line over there. That was a hard way push up, and it doesn't register when I'm hiking a bike, so even though I'm not riding, I got G'd by like almost 100 feet of elevation, I'm sure of it. It was me riding down that section that I was walking up to show you the terrain. This is on a trail called Blue, which happens to be a blue trail. And you see how rocky it is. Red trail is on a whole nother level of rocky and steepness. Blue's probably like an average of like 8% grade, 9% grade. Red trail averages 13%. And with the steepest parts coming at like 22, which is crazy. So you're gonna see some of the terrain as I'm hiking through, even getting back to the parking lot. And it looks smooth because I'm flying down it, but trust me, it's anything but smooth. Damn, different line. It wore away a certain way. I'm just chilling, not setting any. Ooh. Well, end of the ride. I think me and Jose definitely have different preferences. I go down red whenever I get a chance to. And it's still scary as shit. Even though I ride it so many times, had to catch it before it becomes unrideable or the terrain just becomes not worth it. So I'm really glad I got that run in. But even though that was a safe run and I didn't really make any mistakes, there was a couple of close calls, I don't say, but it was like, okay, my wheel landed like an inch this way or that way. It could have been pretty spicy. And obviously I don't even have to come here to ride. I can just ride the skills area. Probably the best skills area in the area. Most predictable jumps. Excellent for practicing some techniques. So wrap up this video by hitting this, and that's it. Oh yeah, that was probably one of the closest ones I did. All right, I didn't screw up on my last video, yeah. Too bad everybody's gonna show up here an hour after I leave, but family obligation comes first. Thanks for watching, bye.